We all want to receive more, but the question is, what sacrifices are you willing to make to become more? I want you to tune in today at 6 p.m. on YouTube for my podcast masterclass. I talk about how to outgrow what you know. I'm giving you 3 ways to be more and to become more. Come on, tune in. Turn me up. I'm mic'd up. Join me and let's mix it up. What's good people? How you doing? How you living? How's it going? What's happening? I hope that you are doing well. Well, of course, I want to welcome you to another edition of In the Mix. I'm your host with the most, yours truly, Dr. Eddie Connor. It's an honor that you have joined me today. We're going to jump into the courageous conversation as I'm talking about how to outgrow what you know. I'm going to give you 3 ways to become more, to be more, and to become more. And a lot of times, I know it all really knows nothing at all, is what I realize. We have to be receptive enough to lean in, listen, learn, to not always think that we're the expert in that, and shift our mindset to be able to absorb new knowledge, wisdom, skills, and information. I like to see myself as a sponge. I always like to absorb new knowledge, new wisdom, because when you stop growing, you're slowly dying. And so continually learning, and not just learning and just getting information, but shifting into a place of application and transformation. That is what it is all about. And number one, as we jump into it, as I'm giving you 3 ways to be more and to become more. One is that we have to challenge our belief system, challenge limiting belief system at that. Yeah, we have to challenge our limiting beliefs, because the only person that has put a cap on our capability is us. The only person who's put a lid on our life is us. Nobody can limit your level of thinking unless you allow them to. It's what Eleanor Roosevelt said: no one can make you feel inferior without your permission. And so here's what you have to do. You have to give yourself permission to believe. You have to give yourself permission to soar. You have to give yourself permission to be more and to become more, beyond just receiving more. The byproduct of receiving more is being more and becoming more. Being more and becoming more is what is it that I can give to other people? How can I be a servant leader? How can I outgrow what it is that I already know? What new information do I need? What new level of transformation, application, with all the information that I've received, that I need to put into place? What level of stinking thinking has permeated my mindset that now needs to be dissolved? These are the questions that we need to ask ourselves. These are things that we need to lean in and listen in on when it comes to our limiting belief system. Who am I surrounding myself with as well that now reflects the limiting belief system of what it is that I've adopted? Because here it is. If you surround yourself with people who don't have any goals, they're going to stop you from reaching yours. If you surround yourself with people who only want less and not more, and aren't striving for more, and aren't looking to be more, to become more, they just want to get more from you. Yeah, they want to take, and they don't want to add any deposits. They just want to make more withdrawals than deposits in your life. And now you find yourself mentally bankrupt. That level of being mentally bankrupt now puts you into a place to where you feel so limited, you feel so less than, and now you're not striving for more. So here's what I got to do. I've got to recalibrate my mind. I've got to retrain my brain. I have to unwind my mind. I have to eliminate the mental pressure that I am under by looking at what is it that I have been avoiding that I need to be confronting. Are you hearing me? What is it that you've been avoiding that you don't need to run from? You need to move into a place to where you're confronting it. You can't fight what you won't face. You can't heal from what you won't deal with. You can't recover from what you've covered. You can't recover from what you've covered. You can't overcome it. And so the onus turns now on us to do what it is that we need to do to challenge that limiting belief system. Overcoming the stinking thinking, overcoming the limited beliefs, overcoming the scarcity mindset, and pushing through and breaking the glass ceiling that we can see the opportunity over our head. We can see it crystal clear, but now we got to break through it to get to another dimension. Number one, we got to challenge our limiting beliefs. As we're talking about Outgrow What You Know, 3 ways to be more, to become more, challenging your limiting belief system. Secondly, here's what we must do. We must learn, we must unlearn, and we must relearn. Let me say that again. We must learn, we must unlearn, and we must relearn. See, we have gone to college, we've gone through school, we've read books, we've listened to people at churches and organizations and at seminars. We've read memes online, listened to a plethora of podcasts. We've learned a lot. We've learned a lot. But the question is, what have we unlearned? Because oftentimes we have been indoctrinated in a negative mindset, in a way that has stifled our growth to where we don't outgrow things. We remain miniature. It's like putting a shark in a fish tank. Shark don't even belong in an aquarium. Still too limited. Belongs out there in the ocean someplace. Come on now. And rather than growing to the full capacity of what it is that you can be, you remain confined to the glass of your past. Or you remain confined to the nest, and your wings atrophy when you are the one who was created to soar on wings as an eagle. What are you willing to unlearn in regard to the negative childhood development? The things that you've been dealing with your mother and father wounds, the things that you grapple with when it comes to the things that have become so TNT, trauma and trigger, explosive in your life. People you thought were going to heal you and help you wound up hurting you and harming you. What do you need to unlearn when it comes to relationships? Beyond just what I learned, I must be willing to unlearn. And if I feel like I know it all, hear me, the people who feel like they know it all will never grow it all. Yeah. If you feel like you know it all, you will never grow it all. I've got to be willing to learn. I got to be willing to unlearn things that I need to unlearn, the negative philosophies, the ways that I have been programmed, the ceiling that has been over your life that needs to be broken. I have to unlearn it. What are some things about yourself that people said to you about you that now you believe the negative philosophy about it, and that became the lot of your life? You can't unlearn it if you won't dig deep to discover it. And since you won't discover it, you can never develop and you can never deploy yourself into your greatness. And then in that whole aspect of learning and unlearning, there's some things that we just need to relearn. Here's what I understand. Learners are leaders. Learners are leaders. How am I willing to lead my life? How am I willing to learn and relearn some philosophies and certain things in my life? I know it all won't. I know it all won't grow at all. They just won't. They'll remain stifled. They'll remain stuck. They'll remain stagnant. They'll remain stuck like Chuck in a pickup truck. They'll always be living their life in reverse. And here's what they'll do. They'll always be living their life out of their past that they always rehearse. I must learn. I must unlearn. I must also relearn. And when I learn, unlearn, and relearn, here's what I do. I'm now able to earn the trust of other people, earn the support of others, earn a better living. Why? Because I've increased my ideas, my impact, my influence, ultimately my income. And we do that in our Eagles Academy, My Eagles Academy. If you're not a member of My Eagles Academy, go become a member of My Eagles Academy. Simply, all you have to do is just go to theeaglesacademy.com. When you get there, tap the join now button, fill out the form, be transformed. We're talking about how to outgrow what you know, 3 ways to be more and to become more. I told you, number 1, to challenge your limiting belief system. Yeah, system. Keeping yourself in a particular way that limits who it is that you are. Limiting beliefs lead to a limited lifestyle. Like I challenge my limiting belief system. I must learn, unlearn, and relearn. And then also, I must prioritize personal growth. I must prioritize personal growth. I came across a quote the other day that said, if you're not willing to downgrade your lifestyle for a year to have a lifestyle you want forever, you care too much about what other people think. Let me say that again. If you're not willing to downgrade your lifestyle for a year to have that lifestyle that you want forever, you care too much about what other people think. I need you to think about this. What are some things that you need to downgrade? What are some things that you need to become a better steward of? Fiscally, financially, economically, socially, emotionally, relationally. Some of us need to become a good steward of ourselves. Because you got to realize this. Everybody's emergency is not yours. You don't take time for yourself whenever people pulling on you all the time, and you allow everybody to pull on you this way, that way, every way, shape and form, and you just now been out of shape. What are you willing to downgrade when it comes to your finances? Come on. Many of us need to do a better job of budgeting. Every week is not a week for retail therapy. Don't need to go out to eat all the time. Need to take much of that same money and invest it in a business, invest it in your goal and your dream, invest it in your book, invest it in the product or the service that you need to build. What are you doing in regard to being a good steward of your time? Can't scroll social media all day, can't watch Netflix all day. Prioritizing our personal growth. If your TV is bigger than your library, something's got to change. Are you reading? Are you absorbing knowledge? Are you taking that knowledge that you absorb and now making it applicable to your life? Prioritization of personal growth. Am I willing to downgrade and upgrade myself at the same time? Because this is not about impressing other people. If you're always trying to impress other people, you'll always be depressed. Because those same people you're trying to impress, one may not care about you, two may tune you out, three may be jealous of you, and four, they won't feel any bad for you. They won't feel bad for you at all. Coach Lou Holtz of the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, former coach of the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, said 80% of 80% of people don't care about your problems. 20% are glad you have them. 80% of people don't care about your problems. 20% are glad that you have them. That's about 100%. And so here's the thing. You might as well live not to please people. Live to please God. Live to pursue the purpose of what it is that he gave you. I want to free somebody from being a people pleaser. Stop being a people pleaser and start prioritizing personal growth. Personal growth. What does that look like with your health? What does that look like with your nutrition? Well, you go to the gym. Okay, I hear what you're saying. But what's your diet look like? What's your nutrition level look like? What are you doing to deal with your high blood pressure? Your high cholesterol, the diabetes. Many of these things can be quelled simply by being a good steward of what it is that we eat, what it is that we consume, how it is that we think, how it is that we live our life. You keep saying you want the abundant life, but are you willing to be more and become more to now walk into that level of the abundant life, to outgrow what you already know? Come on, where you've been is just too small. The level of thinking has been too small. The level of income has been too small. The relationships have been too small. You've outgrown it and you don't even know it. Now it's time to move out of the place of being on autopilot, move into a place of being conscientious, being aware, being metacognitive, thinking about what it is that you're thinking about, challenging your limiting belief system, moving your mindset to a place to where you learn, you unlearn, you relearn, and then now you're prioritizing your personal growth. I can't grow for you. Nobody else can grow for you. Only you can grow for you. I can give you all the steps, tools, and principles that it takes. I can lead you to water, but I can't make you drink. I can take you to the fountain, but you got to build your own foundation. How bad do you want it? How bad and resilient are you enough to outgrow what you know? Got to be more and have to become more. And when I move into that mindset to be more and to become more, I'll receive more. All of that is a byproduct. Receiving more is a byproduct of being more and becoming more. I want you to sow a little bit more into this word that you've heard right now. I'm appreciative for your listening ears, but I want you to put your hand to the plow and not look back. I want you to support this broadcast simply by sending a cash app. You can do that. $Dr. Eddie Ministries, PayPal, Zelle, EddieConnorJr at gmail.com. Not as a debt that you owe, it is a seed that you sow. I'm joining my faith with yours that God's going to stretch you to be more, to become more, and then ultimately to receive more. But here's the thing. Are you willing to give more? More blessed to give than it is to receive. And I guarantee you, if you give, you will receive. Once again, Cash App, $Dr. Eddie Ministries, PayPal, Zelle, EddieConnorJr at gmail.com. Of course, I'm grateful for you joining us today. Yeah, drop a super conversation, drop a super chat, drop a super sticker into the super conversation that we have had and that we have heard today as well. Soar with me into my Eagles community. It's where I coach, it's where I teach, it's where I train, it's where I mentor. It's where I empower you. It's a virtual village of victory. You need to be in a particular community where you grow, where you outgrow what you know, where I'm shifting you to be more and to become more. That's what happens in our Eagles community. You can join me right now. Simply go to theeaglesacademy.com, theeaglesacademy.com. When you get there, tap that join now button. Fill out the form, be transformed, get access to my private Facebook group, get access to all the sessions that we've ever covered, get connected to all of our gifted accountability partners and leaders locally, nationally, and globally, so that your network really becomes your net worth. And then, of course, all of my teachings, coaching, training, or what it is that I do it live each week. And I want you to be a part of it, where it is nothing but a mastermind and a master class so that you can live a masterful life. And you're going to be empowered and impacted by it. Listen, connect with me on social media at EddieConnorJr, EddieConnorJr. Y'all keep showing love. I'm going to keep showing up, of course. Listen, I've got amazing courses for you in addition to the books that I have. I've got 18 books that are out there that I know will speak life into your life. They're on Amazon as ebooks, audiobooks, hard copies. You can also get signed copies of my books, EddieConnor.com. You know, not only do I have those books, I also have courses, as I mentioned, such as my bestseller book, Blueprint. It is how I teach you how to write your book, showing you how to write your book, showing you how to increase your sales, showing you how to become an industry authority as an author. I wish I had this for myself. It's my 80 plus page comprehensive blueprint book bundle and guide on how to develop your manuscript, how to even start writing the words on the pages. That was one thing that I was struggling with when I remember writing my first book. How do I even get the words on the pages? What do I even say? I show you how to get that all together. The editing, the cover design, the ebook, the printing procedures, the measurable writing schedule, because you're going to have that. How to plan your book promotion. Here's what I'm doing. This is making it all easy for you. I'm taking out the guesswork, all the things that mitigate your mindset, the things that cause you to procrastinate on your purpose by putting your pen to the paper. This is a go-to guide to write your book and to increase your sales. I'm giving you what I know. I've wasted thousands of dollars making mistakes, missteps, mishaps. I've made so many errors in the process of writing books, whatever the case may be. But how is it that I'm able to go number one every single time I drop a book? It's a process. It's a system, strategy, structure, solutions, and systems. And I went from wasting thousands of dollars to now selling thousands of books. Let me show you how to do the same. So I've been able to speak on international stages, be on all types of media networks, have my books featured in a plethora of magazines, and you can do the same. You can download that right now, accessidentity.org/author, and put in the coupon code SOAR so that I can give you a discount on it. I'm giving you $100 off. Put in the word SOAR to get a discount on it. I'm taking everything that I've learned in decades and giving it to you in a download. What I've learned in moments and months, you can download it in minutes. Go get it now. I'm talking to every aspiring author and every published author. You can both benefit from it. After you write a book, people are going to ask you to speak about it. And so question is, what words are you painting when you're speaking? Your words are a paintbrush. What picture are you painting when you're speaking? Whatever you're building, you can build it better if you use better words. How do you connect and communicate with your audience? There's an art to communication. And I can give that to you. I can share that with you so that you can wow your audience, so that you can be invited back, so that you can increase your speaking engagement, so that you can make a good income, lucrative business. You can get that 4.5-hour digital video training course on what I call my successful speaker strategies. accessidentity.org/speaker. Go and get that now. Links in the chat, links in the description of this video. accessidentity.org/speaker for my successful speaker strategies, 4.5 hour digital video training course. And then you can also get my bestseller book blueprint. Everything that I've used to write 18 successful books, I'm giving you all my strategies, everything that I've done, everything that I use and continue to use. You follow it, plug and play it, you won't have any problems. You're going to be successful. accessidentity.org/author to get my bestseller book blueprint. Speaking of speaking, and yes, put in the code SOAR at checkout for both of those resources, and I'm going to give you a discount on both of them. Speaking of speaking, if you're looking for a dynamic speaker, why would you look any further? You know that I'm the man for the job, so invite me to speak at your church, your conference, your community center, your school, your graduation, your session. Let's make some progression. All you got to do is email me to invite me. info@EddieConnor.com. And it will be an honor for me to empower you. Yours truly, Dr. Eddie, your main man, 100 grand, your brother. And I mean that from another mother. Family has been fun, but you know, brother, got to run. So I want you to know it's been a privilege and a pleasure, a treat and a treasure, a joy. Yes, it has been beyond measure. But I want you, yes, you, I'm talking to you, to remember to keep the faith and believe it's going to be bigger, better, brighter, peace, and a whole lot of love. Keep soaring higher. You know, I realize the extent of your development is connected to the extent of your investment. What I mean, invest little, develop little. But we're investing much into you as you invest in yourself by developing your purpose, developing your goals and your dreams and your ideals and your ideas, shifting you from ideas to income. Where does this all happen at? I'm so glad you asked. It takes place in our Eagles Academy. All you have to do is go right now to theeaglesacademy.com, tap the join now button, fill out the form, be transformed, to shift your ideas into income, your contacts into contracts, really to grow your ideas, your impact, and your influence. You owe it to you to invest in you. And as a result of it, now you are able to be coached and mentored and be a part of our live trainings with yours truly. Yeah, with me, along with a host of other leaders and trendsetters and trailblazers and accountability partners. No one grows in a silo. The power of mentorship, it takes what I've learned in years and months and I give it to you in minutes. What I've learned in decades and I can give it to you in days. To be a part of our private Facebook group, to get guided feedback through our Eagle's Nest reflections, to get access to all of the content and all the live sessions and the trainings of business development, of financial stewardship, of the impact and empowerment that only takes place when you go right now to theeaglesacademy.com. Again, when you get there, tap the join now button, fill out the form, be transformed. But it doesn't just stop there. You want to develop your book? Then guess what? You are an aspiring author. You need to get my bestseller book blueprint. It's available right now. accessidentity.org/author. All of the insight of what it is that I have used to write 18 books and be a best-selling author. You owe it to you to get your hands on that. You also owe it to you to get my Successful Speaker Strategies download. I'm telling you, whatever you're building, you can build it better if you use better words. Let me show you how to develop your communication. There's an art to communication. Let me show you how to develop that. Go right now as well to accessidentity.org/speaker. And then I am blessed to pastor the Remnant Worshipers Church. I want you to be a part of the church that I am pastoring at right now. It's such a great thing of what it is that God has fashioned us to do. And it's taking place right here in the city of Detroit, 10 a.m. every Sunday, 6 p.m. we have prayer on Tuesdays, and then 7 p.m. on those same Tuesdays, we have TNT Tuesdays, Truth and Transformation. It's amazing. You want to be a part of it. Go right now, trwchurch.org, and then I want to see your face in the place this Sunday at 20470 Hubble Street. I'm doing my best to save you a seat. Powerful prayer, praise, and a preach word. Can't wait to see your face in place at the Remnant Worshipers Church.